Okay, hi everybody, this is Dr. Rachel Brooks here to talk to you guys about the importance of eating fat. So we're going to go over 5 reasons in particular. So my first reason is that the low-fat diet principle just isn't working for this country. So since the guidelines came out about in the 80s, the average American's gained about 20 pounds, okay? So we've gained weight. Heart disease, cholesterol, metabolic syndrome are all at an all-time high. Our country is like one of the sickest, even though we have some of the best healthcare available. So obviously something's not working, okay? So the problem is when the low-fat diet principle came out, all these products started going low-fat. So when they went low-fat, they realized there's not really that much flavor in these. So to replace the flavor, most products used high fructose corn syrup, which is creating like a whole nother backlash, right? We have like 33% of childhood is obese. Obesity is at an all-time high with adults as well. Everybody has these like diabetes, metabolic syndromes, all these things that are caused by chronically high blood sugar because we're not eating the fatty products. Instead, we're eating the super high sugar products. Okay, so fat makes you full. Sugar doesn't make you full. So if you were actually just to eat the high-fat version, you would be fuller faster and eat less calories overall than eating the sugary alternatives. Hopefully that makes sense. So that leads me into the second reason, which is fat is one of the vital macronutrients. Okay, we have 3 macronutrients, right? You have protein, fat, and carbohydrates. They should all be in proper ratios. Anytime you give up an entire food group, there tends to be negative repercussions in your health, right? Like even when people went and did Atkins, they realized, oh, we lost all this weight, but eventually is the key word, there was problems with their health because they were avoiding carbohydrates. They were avoiding one of the macronutrients. So the best thing to do is eat macronutrients balanced. So you should be eating about 30% fat, 30% protein, 40% carbohydrate. I mean, that's going to vary a little bit person to person depending on how you function and what makes you perform the best. But you should be eating every food group is the point, okay? So I like to explain metabolism like a fire. So when you're building a fire, you're going to have logs, which are going to burn longest, usually most of the night. You're going to have kindling that burns relatively quickly, and you're going to have paper, which burns almost immediately just to get things going. So this fire is your metabolism. The logs are going to be fat, the protein is going to be kindling, and the carbohydrates are going to be paper. So carbohydrates, aka these high sugar alternatives that everybody's made since they've gone low fat, barely even get the fire started, if at all. So they're really not helping out your metabolism at all, right? Like they just are needed to get things started. Then you really need fat to keep the fire burning. Fat burns hotter. That's why it has more calories, okay? It has 9 per gram. That's higher than the 4 per gram of the other 2 food groups, okay? So it burns hotter, which increases your metabolism. This is where books like the low-fat or the flat belly diet came out, because if you include a fat at every meal, it tends to increase your metabolism, make you function better, give you more energy, and overall decrease your waistline. All right, so in this book even kind of goes into what healthier fats you can include. So there's a ton of healthy fats that are from plants, right? So anybody, even if you're vegetarian, vegan, can still eat healthy fats with like coconut, olives, all the different nut and seed oils. Love avocado, things of that nature. And then there's definitely healthy fats in a lot of animal products as well, as long as you're buying good quality. I mean, even like butter and a lot of ground beef, if you buy grass-fed, and chicken and fish, have really healthy fats in them as well. All right, so into reason number 3. More about vital nutrients, okay? Some vitamins are what we call fat soluble. So you need fat to absorb or use these vitamins, okay? So a lot of these are going to be buzzwords that you hear often in health, right? We have A, D, E, and K. All 4 of those vitamins, fat soluble, okay? So you need them. So if you're not eating any fat, chances are your balance of those 4 vitamins are not going to be what you want them to be. So everybody that has these like chronically low vitamin Ds or blood clotting issues, or inflammation issues, even skin problems. A lot of that can come down to those 4 vital nutrients that you need fat to absorb. Okay, so reason number 4, your hormones, a lot of them are made from fat. They're made from cholesterol. Your male and female hormones, definitely made from cholesterol. What a lot of people noticed is when they went on super low-fat diets is that they had no sex drive and they were depressed. Okay? Because your neurotransmitters, which are things like serotonin, dopamine, GABA, all these things that you hear about that cause you to be happy or sad, require fat to be transported and conducted in the brain, okay? And then as well, you need the cholesterol to make your male and female hormones, which also affect how happy or sad you are. So if you're avoiding fat, you're never going to have these nutrients, and your chances are you're not going to be very happy. So my last reason is actually because of something that your doctors check, okay? So your doctors always check your blood lipids. So that's going to be your cholesterol, your LDL, your HDL, triglycerides, things of that nature. What happens in a lot of people in our society is they have high LDL but low HDL. HDL is like the good one and LDL is the bad one, right? So what happens here is HDL is usually formed by eating healthy fats. So if you want to increase your HDL, start taking a tablespoon of coconut oil in the morning. I know that I have a lot of family members that have experienced this on their blood work. They started eating more coconut oil, their HDL increased. Okay, and the thing with like your LDL is oftentimes that's increased due to excess carbohydrates and excess blood sugar being stored as fat. So basically, carbohydrates are really what's contributing to your high LDL, and if you have low HDL, you need to be eating more healthy fats. And when you get these two things in good proportion with each other, then you're going to have healthier cholesterol overall. And cholesterol, like I said, you need that to form your male and female hormones. It is also a very protective substance in the body. It almost acts like a Band-Aid to your blood vessels to protect you from free radical damage from stuff that we get in our environment every single day. So cholesterol is definitely something that you need. We tend to make it the enemy, but it's actually a very vital part of your body. It makes up most of your cell membranes. So definitely need the cholesterol. So that was my 5 reasons that everybody needs to include fat every day and quit making it the enemy, because I think overall we'll be a healthier country if we start to embrace this principle, because a lot of other countries that eat way more fat than we do are also way healthier and have way less incidence of disease. Thanks for listening in today, guys, and if you want more information on general health tips, please follow me or contact me personally, and we can work out a plan for you that'll work for your diet. Thanks.